So thank you for joining me on our 31-day journey for better health and cancer prevention. So we are going to talk about today our first dietary change, which is the elimination from our diet of high fructose corn syrup. So first of all, I'd like to thank you for watching and joining me. Please take the time to look at the other videos in this series, which you can link from my YouTube channel, and they're all listed as a series. So we're going to start from the very beginning, and what we're going to have to realize is that we have to read labels. And reading labels means that if you don't know what an ingredient is, don't eat it. But in particular, we're going to be looking at high fructose corn syrup. And we're going to be amazed at how many of our common grocery items contains high fructose corn syrup. So what is high fructose corn syrup? It's manufactured from genetically modified corn, and it's definitely not natural and definitely not healthy. When you hear the word corn, you probably think, oh, it's a vegetable. But there's a chemical process that corn will go through, which we're going to talk about, that actually makes this very unhealthy. So if you start checking labels in the grocery store, some very common items that you probably would normally not even take a look at. If you look here, you see Cool Whip, yogurt, ketchup, things that you don't necessarily affiliate with necessarily being that sweet. Well, the problem is it's hard to escape this questionable form of sugar. It's found in so many foods, cereals, baked goods, juices, and sodas, and many other forms of food and drink that I haven't listed here because it'd be impossible to include them all. So where does it come from? So farmers are paid to overproduce GMO corn, so it's readily available and it's cheap to use. So basically what would have been sugar in the past, which you would think would be bad enough, now it's being replaced by high fructose corn syrup, which has an even more detrimental effect on our health. And the part of the problem is that it's so readily available and cheap to use, like I said, that it's being substituted more and more for sugar in food items. Well, how do we get here? Corn lobbyists who are looking for farmers to produce corn, GMO corn in excess to keep their fields going. Well, the corn lobbyists are even trying to convince doctors that they shouldn't warn their patients of the negative health effects of high fructose corn syrup. I'm going to take a brief moment here and ask you to subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything, but we're trying to get enough subscribers that we can actually get recognized on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost anything, really helps us out. And if you hit the notification bell, that's even better, because when a new video comes out in the series, you'll be the first to know. So why is high fructose corn syrup so bad for your health? Well, high fructose corn syrup is a sweetener that's derived from genetically modified cornstarch. Cornstarch is composed of a chain of glucose or simple sugar molecules that are joined together. Corn syrup, which is basically 100% glucose, comes from the breakdown of cornstarch into individual glucose molecules. In order to create high fructose corn syrup, enzymes must be added to corn syrup to change some of the glucose into another simple sugar called fructose. And here you can see by the beaker on the left that this does not look like a natural product. So when we compare glucose with fructose, according to the Food and Drug Administration, most high fructose corn syrup contains 42 to 55% fructose. However, some can be as high as 90%. So why is fructose bad? It's a toxic time bomb. Fructose can only be processed by the body's filtration system, the liver. Fructose makes you fat. 30% is converted straight away to fat. It promotes bad cholesterol. 30% of all fructose is immediately converted to bad cholesterol. And it does not stimulate leptin insulin, which means you never get full, you never feel satiated, so it even accentuates your appetite, usually for bad things that it's contained in. High fructose corn syrup contains more fructose than glucose, which is the dangerous difference. Today, approximately 25% of our caloric intake comes from sugars, the largest being fructose. You can see from the diagram at the top left corner, 120 calories of glucose only gives you 1 calorie that's converted to fat. 120 calories of fructose, however, gives you 40 calories converted to fat. So fructose goes into fat, mostly abdominal fat. In 1980, the average American consumed 39 pounds of fructose per year and 84 pounds of sucrose. By 1994, it was 83 pounds of fructose and 66 pounds of sucrose. So one oddity is that many of these products in Europe, Asia, and other countries will not accept products that contained high fructose corn syrup. So why do we accept them in the United States? There are so many reasons why high fructose corn syrup should be banned. High fructose corn syrup has been shown to increase the risk of high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. So why are we having an obesity problem? Consumption of high fructose corn syrup has increased nearly 1,000% between 1970 and 1990, far exceeding any other food or food group, and is a main factor in our obesity epidemic. High fructose corn syrup can cause leaky gut syndrome and can contain up to 570 micrograms of mercury per gram. High fructose corn syrup has been shown to promote cancer. So here's the sneaky part. They can disguise the name of high fructose corn syrup. So here's some of the other ideas that some of the other names where it's disguised in products. Fructose corn syrup, isoglucose, HFCS, natural corn syrup, maize syrup, fructose syrup, fructose isolate, fructose, glucose syrup, fruit fructose, and crystalline fructose. So what can you do? Read labels. We need to go back to the way our grandparents ate and eat only real, whole foods. back to basics and not packaged and pre-made like we've gotten so used to because of the convenience. No convenience foods, and definitely no fast foods. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you join me next time where we'll discuss the chemicals you need to avoid in personal care products. So till next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and may God bless. Thank you.